Hello there YouTube, this is Sybil Submits back at it again with another Inkbound daily. Today is the solo daily for October 16th, and today we will be playing Magma Miner, going from Proving Grounds into... God, it's actually kind of important for this run. I don't know where we're going. But we're going into Proving Grounds, eventually up against Argoloth. And we have Rainbow, Reaper, which is important because it's going to reduce our health significantly. And then, of course, we also have Spicy Foes, which will deal 1 damage to us whenever we attack an enemy. Overall, very, very deadly. We're going to have to find a way to maneuver this. And if we're going into Proving Grounds, that's especially difficult because I don't know if the training dummies are bugged to add +1 to their Spicy Foes damage. But we got to be very careful about all this sorts of stuff. Run quest is to spend a lot of quillings. We're going to assume that that's not going to happen unless for whatever reason we end up with Demolish or something. We need to look for ways to either get access to Vigor, or we need to get access to an inordinate amount of shielding. And that might be a bit difficult. Somewhat easy on miners since they gain more shield than most people, but I'm going to say that it's going to be quite difficult overall. I think a lot of people are going to die here. The game is actively trying to kill us. So, let's first take a look here. That's interesting. We could reroll here, try and get shield on hit for leap. I don't know if that's the right move. We don't have any like heat generation, which would give us access to shields. Critical leap is tempting. It doesn't really help our fight 1 though, unless we crit. That's my main issue with it. Honestly, Frosted Half Charm isn't bad here. Crafted Siphons, I don't think actually helps us. Like, it gives us a lot of damage towards the end of the fight, but we need sustain. Frosted Half Charm isn't technically sustain, but what it does do is it will make it so that we don't have to hit enemies twice, theoretically speaking, because they have a multiple 35 damage charges on them that we could hopefully break and get through. Yeah, figuring out how to get past this is definitely going to be tricky. We could also re-roll this. It's probably best to re-roll this. If we could get something like Faulty Flask. Faulty Flask would solve Spicy Foes. Trying to think of what else. We've got a couple of things. I just can't think of them at this very moment. Faulty Flask would be the big one. Otherwise, if I was to be okay with whatever they're offering us here, Frosted Half Charm is probably our best bet at both getting turn 1, fight 1, and just reducing damage that we're going to take in general. Tempest Wrath will also do it. That's 50 damage for free against all enemies. $60 damage for free against all enemies. That feels like such a bait option, though. That's really not going to help us against Nim. Hmm. I'm willing to grab it. Quicken Smash. I don't think that I need the cooldown reduced on Smash. It's notable due to the fact that we could just, hit something once, especially like heavy enemies. We are going to have to solve that at some point. I think we're going to take Critical Leap here, simply because I'm hoping to go into crit, into Hammer of the Rail, something like that. Otherwise, Smoldering Bonk technically helps us against Giannis. Technically. It would just be a smashing Smoldering Bonk for 5, though. Getting 5 burn on there, which is 50 damage, 40 damage, up to 90 damage. It would definitely help our single target, but we're not going to get to test our single target if we don't live. I could seriously see re-rolling this, but the odds of us, like, Rainbow makes re-rolling, like, kind of bad for augments. Because the reason why you re-roll augments is because you want something guaranteed. I mean, at this point, we'd be looking for, like, air quotes, anything good, but you're not guaranteed anything good because of the fact that, okay, yeah, we're not going to get Critical Leap, we're not going to get Smoldering Bonk, we're not going to get Quicken Smash. It could just as easily be something like Critical Bonk. AoE Smash would actually be notable, but, it since it can go among all the different rarities, it doesn't feel that good. Basically, if we take Critical Leap here and we don't crit, it's going to feel terrible. I think we reroll here. At least we got Shielding Leap. So we get to leap for free. And that's about it. It gets us close to potentially hitting a heat threshold, which gives us like another 2 attacks. This is a Mercurial, that'd be great. It's a barrier potion. Probably actually going to need it. And I almost think, like, we need to spend money, but I'm almost going to say that this isn't going to happen. I'm more concerned about survival. So this Tarnished Vault is what I'm looking at. Because it could be literally anything. It could even be an unstable brew. Of course, dude. You serious? 400. You've got 409. We're going to get some heat here. I don't even know. Can we bonk this? We cannot even bonk this. It would be a leap in. Bonk 1, bonk 2. Maybe a smash. But we're not going to gain that much damage. And that's like our limit. Let's see. How much damage are we actually going to gain? We're going to gain another 4 ability power. Baseline damage here is... God, it's 150, right? So we're going to triple that. That's going to be 450. It's not enough. Leap, bonk, bonk, smash. That's 5 will. So I have to hope that... Well, hold up. Can we get this? Good old positioning at it again. I don't think Magic Pixel exists here. Well, I mean, no use crying, right? I'm thinking, is this technically better? Not really. If we had one more will, we'd have this. I'm not sure if Inky Might is adding to the spicy foes, but Rager definitely does, and so we're going to take a little bit of damage here. I think we need to take this. Is there any way, like seriously, that I can get the two of you? It is imperative. They increased the width of Bonk, and for what? That is so close. Hold up. Well, we missed it. Nothing else to say. Alright, how do we fix this? Technically, Magma Metal's pretty good. I like Harbinger's Trophy simply because it's damage. The odds of us actually proccing Harbinger's Trophy to like gain physical power until the end of combat, not really going to happen. Magma Metal's good because we should theoretically have access to 5 heat, free burn on enemies, but I don't know, even with spicy bows, that's a bit rough. It's decent single target though. A burn build would be somewhat good here, except for the fact that usually that requires us to constantly hit enemies. I might re-roll here. Pendant of the Weaver isn't bad. Counselor's Ledger is at least one will. That's a very interesting combination that was offered to us. I'm going to say no. Paradigm Shift when we don't have 5 bindings is death. Counter Assistance. It's something. I also like Thunderstruck Bell. That would make me want to use Smash. Okay, now we've got some interesting things here. Counter Assistance on Leaping Strike. Actually, we didn't take Critical Leaping Strike. So, never mind. Let's take a look at our Augs. Inflict Dazed? No. -1 will... Okay, hold up. God, that Frostbite line's looking great. Holy crap. Burn line's looking good. We're stuck with a crit line right now. I guess we technically could have gone one way or the other, but Shield Wall seems great. If we can reduce its cost for a blue Aug, we can make it prepared. There is a... Or am I thinking of Restoration? Isn't there one that reduces the cooldown of Shield Wall when it's whenever you're hit? I might be mistaken. Jinx is also very good and a good solution to heavies. We have Shock. Cleave is garbage. Main reason I'm looking at shield wall is the fact that our spike damage will reflect onto enemies when we get hit with spicy foes. We've used it quite a lot, but I think we almost have to take Jinx. That really doesn't help our Stone of Scholars at all. We would have to take a glyph node in order to facilitate rerolling here. So I think we're going to take Jinx. Prepared Shield Wall, though, just does a lot to help us. Spikes is not a bad line for Argoloth. Bone Calcifier, pretty strong during spicy foes. Screw it, we're freaking weird, right? I need stats. And any augment is tempting. Again, especially when we want to make sure that shield wall is accessible at all times. 4 spike damage is... Oh my god, this frostbite line. We should have just taken the frostbite. Dear lord, that would have been up to like 100 damage per hit. I'm scared. Damage resist. That's like completely rude. I would like to hit the Wrinkling too. It seems like it's just the correct pixel away that we cannot hit all 3 of you. Rude. If I do this, it's going to be no damage. It basically got wasted by this blotter here. We're going to open with that. Get this reflect damage in. I'm wondering if we wanted to take damage twice here. I think we do. Another blotter, thank you. We keep hitting the pot. Holy lord, stop. For a second there, I thought that we smote the one that had our shock, and I was almost devastated. This is not the best position. Hmm. Healing 27. That's not enough. We're gonna get heat though. I'm just wondering how we kill this rhino. That's how we kill that rhino. Oh. We gotta stop doing this. Burning Heart 2? Come on, man. Don't do this to me. I like Herald Sandals. Reducing cooldowns is probably the best thing that we can do on the skill that gives us more shielding. Could also see rerolling again here. Nidus gives us a lot of money, but again, I need to survive this seed. Nani? Free smash? We didn't take -1 cooldown. This is the weirdest decision that I think I've ever been faced with. 30% is starting to get there, especially when we have it every single turn. I don't know if a free smash actually moves the needle for us. It's a skill that we only have access to every 4 turns. It's definitely a skill that we want to use. I think actually getting some more oomph is more what we're looking for. That'll be helpful. That'll be helpful too. Game Y. Most importantly, these are not damage. Lightning Bolt doesn't even access Stone of Scholars. I think it might honestly be Quicken here. Again, if we can somehow get like prepared on it. Negative cooldown, I don't know. 5 cooldown seems like horrendous. I'm trying to get to Shield Wall as soon as possible. Smoke Bomb just hits too many things. Doesn't give shielding. Gives bleed, which is pretty good. Is it like Lightning Bolts? Lightning Bolt something. Jump on top of it. Man, this is a run. I think Lightning Bolt's just all around more useful. God, I hope we survive Giannis. Leaky Pen. That's more cooldowns. We've already rerolled a couple of times. This would definitely be gambling. At this point, though, I think I'm willing to take it. I think it's what we need. probably scuff the ordering huge on that. Next turn we're going to take our power potion. I don't know if that's wise. Yeah, we should probably save our power potion for a turn that we actually have access to all of our abilities. We should have used that last turn. Yeah, we don't have a lot of health to be trading with Giannis. We really needed some sort of a DOT. I think we're dead here. I'm just looking at all the options that we had presented to us. Like, obviously, we always could have re-rolled. Like, we could probably take, like, a negative 10 turn deficit here. I also really shouldn't have been picking these up. Like, if I do this, I'm dead, but I honestly don't know how I can get out of this. Yeah, even Jinx wouldn't have helped us here. He doesn't spawn that many enemies. Only thing that I could think with turn order is that we're instead supposed to just constantly bash this guy and then end with a smash on that guy. Yeah. So that one was pretty rough. Again, I'm trying to think about what we possibly could have done differently here. They offered us a free smash. That wouldn't have done anything. Were we offered Broken Rail? No, we weren't. Because obviously then, like, our crits would help sustain us. Let's see. Yeah. Only thing I can think of is that we might have actually have... We were supposed to grab, like, the Frosted Half Charm. That would have added... Again, at that point, like 100 damage to all enemies, which is free on top of whatever else we're doing. That's like a free smash, almost. That would have done some damage to Giannis, but still not a lot. Yeah, I don't know. Besides, like, constantly re-rolling and trying to get a faulty flask, like, I don't know what we were, There's obviously going to be a way out. Someone's going to be at the top of the leaderboards. Just not us. So I want to see it. Yeah. These guys up here. We're... We're actually front page and we died against Giannis? Holy shit. Even Ren. Oh, man. That's crazy. Like, I knew it was a deadly daily, but I didn't expect to be on the front page of 8. We're not going to be up there long. People are going to get past us. But, yeah, I wonder what would constitute someone losing that many points. Like, you'd almost have to have gotten turn 1 and lost 2 versus the money pot, because that's negative 600. Anyways, that's not important. If you guys have any feedback whatsoever, be it questions, comments, concerns, misplay alerts, maybe you got past fight 1, or sorry, not fight 1, book 1. Like to know how you did it. Otherwise, feel free to leave any questions, comments, concerns, misplay alerts down in the comments below, and I will catch you guys around.